Between track and basketball, I would rather play basketball.
But of all three, you like basketball more?
No, I like
football.
football.
Yeah,
That's what I was saying.
that's
Yeah,
all. Like,
yeah.
I thought he was choosing between track and basketball. So what do you play in basketball?
I'm for basketball. I'm like all around.
Oh, you play.
There's no
everything.
specific position for me. Yeah,
How tall are you?
I'm 5'11".
5'11". So he's still
Yeah,
not
have
growing
to
to
hit
go.
your
So he
growth
probably.
spurt. You might. Yeah, bro.
Jeez,
That's
bro.
crazy, man.
So he 5'11". He maxed out at 245. What is he squatting already?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's he maxed out at squatting?
Like the most we tried was 365.
365, bro.
the fact that you even try like failing at 365.
He got it on. He got
got
the
the
365.
365?
Yeah.
On the state, know if my pops will he'll say well done like I like my steak. So guarantee I'm putting in all this work in the all season. All season, I can dominate all season. Putting in work in the all season. All season. So I can dominate all season. Putting in work in the all season. All season.
Yeah, so man, here, like I was just telling you guys, in the first time we've had an 8th grader on, like this platform has really been focused on high school, college athletes. But man, like just following you on social media, your dad, seeing the things that you post, what really caught my eye was the weight room, bro. Like, cause at first I didn't even know you was in 8th grade. Then I saw you benching and squatting, and I was like, man, let me go back, cause I seen you like, I think you played for Roberts. I'm like, it's no way that he's still in middle school, like lifting like that. So then I went on, I think I DM'd you. I was like, bro, are you in 8th grade? He like, yeah. I'm like, nah, bro, nah, it ain't no way. So what's your right now? What you benching and squatting?
I actually haven't been keeping track of that stuff.
You
I just
haven't,
been-
you know.
So like the most he benched was 245.
245.
So that's what we went up to, and then we kind of been just like, just doing reps. Cause
Yeah.
like as him being a quarterback, like I don't want to like kind of like go overboard. Like if he wasn't a quarterback, we would probably be hitting 275 right now.
Right.
You know, but like the bench is 245 max, then like 365 for the squats.
Yeah.
And then deadlift at the 405.
That's those marks crazy, because I know high school, I know college athletes are probably not lifting those numbers. So what, like, have y'all always been lifting together? Like, or when did that start as far as like lifting weights? Because I would think he had to be lifting for a long time to be hitting those numbers. Or is it just natural? Like he just.
I mean, like we naturally strong.
Yeah.
You know, like it's genetics, but like we have been lifting. I was in the military and I started lifting there.
Okay.
And like it was like guys do certain things, and then it was like I was doing things that they do, but like not what they doing on the side.
Right.
And it was like, dude, if you was doing what we doing, you would be like crazy.
Right.
And I'm like, nah, I'm cool on all that.
Right.
But like far as for RJ, it was like so he started playing football at 8. We played with the Calumet City Thunderbolts, and we stayed with them like all the way up until he turned 13 this last year. And like the first 2 years were 8 and 9, he played up with the older kids. So like 10 years old, like was 2020, like when the COVID year hit, I didn't let him play football. Like that's when we started lifting at 10.
Okay.
So I was like, we're not gonna play football because we don't know what this COVID thing is. You know, like it was people that was reaching out to get him to play, and I just felt like it wasn't safe because we didn't know what it was. So I said, we're gonna try something different this year. We're gonna start lifting, and that's where we started lifting. Like we started with the bar, and like so often we started going up, and like he had the privilege of like being able to go to a real gym. I worked at LA Fitness at the time, part-time. So
Okay.
I would like when everybody leave, like he'd be in daycare because you know you got to be a certain age. He'd be in daycare, and then like when everybody leave, I sneak him out and then like work him out, have him do little stations and everything. And we got it there, and then like I eventually got like a squat rack in the crib and the whole weight set in the crib, and like you got everything that everybody wants at the gym at the house.
Right.
So he took a year off.
Yeah, from football, yeah.
Oh, wow.
And he didn't start quarterbacking until 11. So he's only been quarterbacking for 3 years. You know, and it's like, hey, the sky's the limit when I guess you just natural, you know.
Right.
Like, yeah.
And when you got a parent helping you out and guiding you along the way too, right?
Oh yeah, most definitely, because it's like it was like a little story with me and his mom. Like we used to laugh because it was funny. Like when I came home, from the military, like maybe like 2 years, like I ran into a guy and he was like, yeah, they got like football for the little kids and everything. And I'm like, okay, that's dope. So like we basically like put him in football, and like it was funny because like he's a little taller than most of the kids in the area, you know, like one of the taller kids, and like he was like put all over. RJ and played every position, you know, like from like on the line to like linebacker, like everything, and like he actually like was good at everything, you know. but we was waiting for that opportunity, like far as like something like a skill to set in, and it happened after the COVID, like after we started lifting. Like one of the coaches over there seen them throw the ball, and he was like, man, like your boy probably a quarterback. And I'm like, man, the whole time I've been trying to make him a top receiver, because
Right.
when he a little kid, I'm throwing him the ball and making him dive and making it hard for him. And I guess y'all can see he could play safety pretty good too. You know, had pick sixes down in nationals and everything, and like it was like he could play the safety because he didn't learn how to catch the ball so good.
Right.
But like the guy, one of the coaches over at Calumet City seen him throw the ball, and he really like a good quarterback coach. And he was like, he asked him, do you want to play quarterback? And and that's where we took it from there. And like we really played with older kids every level over there until like his last year over there. We was able to play with kids his own age, but it was like a lot of younger kids. They had to put something together because of the lack of the kids in the area. You know, and basically like started quarterbacking at 11, and then like really when we seen that he was like good was like when he turned 12. Like he didn't have like a lot of receivers, but like he had to run a lot. He had one kid over there that could catch the ball, you know. But then like we got down to nationals. We went down to Florida, got invited to play for the All-Star team, the Greater Illinois All-Star team. And man, like he wasn't a starting quarterback down there. They didn't start him. There was another kid, and like the first game was the team that eventually won the championship that we lost to. But like they put RJ in like third quarter, like the end of third quarter, and like instantly like touchdown pass. Now first it was like a bad snap, and then he ran like maybe like 40 yards off the bad snap. And then like he got tripped, and I could have scored if he picked his feet up, he would have scored. But then eventually like the next play made threw a bomb and touchdown pass, and like the parents like, why is this kid not in the game?
Right.
You know, like this kid should be in the game. And like a lot of people was down there was seeing him. It was like that kid nice. And we got back home, you know, and then 12, like that's 7th grade, 13 is 8th grade football. So like everybody was looking like, dude, like you need to come over here with us and this and that. And like of course, like out of respect for the org, that like we kind of played a loyalty card, playing with the org, stand over there. And it was like, man, this the last year, like we haven't really won anything, you know. And like they little kids, the younger kids, like they good over there, they champions, like they got full rosters. But the kids his age, kind of like it was a struggle to get kids his age. You know, everybody was like going to different teams, and like the Robbins coach had reached out to me, and like his mom's is from Robbins originally. Like she grew up in that area, so she knew the coach, and he had reached out and was like, man, like we went to Florida the next month after that. So that was kind of like a struggle financially, like to go to Florida back-to-back months for like more than a week.
Right.
And he was like, if y'all could just make it down here, man, everything cool. We got down there with that Robbins team. They had like a lot of popular kids on that team that's pretty good. If y'all haven't heard of them, like the Goat Man kid was pretty good. You know, couple kids, you know, and we went down there, like we lost in the championship to like a team that was like mixed with full of like the all-star teams from the South. You know, like what was the name of those teams down there that we that they had? It was like a big all-star team that they had. They was
It was like they had, I think the team was called Warzone.
the Warzone team.
They had it was like Falcons
United.
Yeah. They had like Dream Chasers on.
Dream Chasers had a couple players. You know, like a lot of those kids was on there, and like it was a good game. They won the championship game, but it was dope. And like that was like the beginning of everything. So when we came back, like we waited like to see if our old org was gonna like get a team together, and like time was ticking. So it was eventually like, man, like this team, like all the teams was trying to reach out to like get them to be their quarterback, all the top teams in Illinois for like the 8th grade. And it was like, man, we need to make a choice. So we made the choice to go over to Robbins for the spring. We won the spring championship over there, you know, like and it was the start of everything. Like that was like a busy year because like he was doing 7-on-7 with the Supreme team with Greg Holcomb. You know, he's one of the great quarterback coaches, and we was doing that and playing spring football at the same time and lifting at the same time. It was like 7-on-7 tackle football, lifting. You know, and like that order. And it was like, by the time fall came, it was like, man, the kid was like surprising me when we was in the gym room. We'd be benching and doing certain things, and I'm looking like we go up, You know, like me, I kind of slowed down on like lifting, but then he started pushing me to lift again. And next thing you know, I'm at 425 on the bench, and like he like slapping on 2 plates, and I'm looking like, whoa, like you got this, and like next thing you know, he hitting 225, and I'm like, this crazy, like it is nuts, you know.
Yeah. So RJ, I want to talk to you. Like, so how's the process been for you? I guess starting because you said he started at 10. You started playing at 10. So from 10 until what are you now? 13.
13.
13.
14 off. 14.
So wait, you started at 8,
I started playing football at 8.
and you just took
Started
a year
playing
off. Okay.
football at 8.
8 and 9.
Okay.
He took the COVID year off at
Oh,
10.
at 10, you took the COVID year
Came
off.
back at 11.
Okay, so it's like as far as you like playing quarterback, is that something that you felt like you wanted to do? Like what position did you feel like you wanted to play?
Since
like
I've-
starting off like with football.
Yeah, since I started playing football, I always thought I was gonna be like a receiver. But like until COVID, after that year, I like start throwing the ball more, and then I'm like, I want to play quarterback, and I started watching football and stuff, and watching all like great quarterbacks.
Yeah.
I wanted to be just like them.
Well, what quarterbacks like that you like watching, or that you would model your game after?
I like to model my game after Jalen Hurts
Okay.
because he one of the stronger quarterbacks.
Yeah, I can
Yeah,
see
he
that.
is
Yeah,
very
I can
strong.
see that. Yeah.
Yes, that's Oklahoma.
And then like the stuff he do outside of football, like he got great character. He like he one of the like greater acting people.
Okay. Yeah. So playing with what did y'all win this year with with the travel team you play with now?
I play with the Robbins Eagles.
It-
And
it-
we won our conference. So the league we playing is AYF, like the D2.
Okay.
We went down to regionals. We won regionals. We went down to nationals. And then like we finished. We didn't win any games down to nationals, though. But we beat all the teams that were in our league in the state.
Okay. Yeah, I seen y'all got you got some crazy teammates, bro. I seen a video of this kid. I don't know what his name is, but he hurdled like 2 people. It was a video, a viral clip that was going around.
That
I
actually
wanna say-
wasn't my level. That was lower level.
Oh, that was a lower level
Yeah.
than you? That's crazy. So what, he had to be what, 11, 10, 11 years old?
It was like
A 10.
10? Bro, Robin's got some athletes, man. Like just seeing that video, you don't
So Robbins Eagles like travel, like they
Yeah. Yeah.
and,
So,
and you said they have spring ball as well.
yeah, so like with like most of youth football in Illinois have like spring leagues, and then they have their fall leagues, but it's different leagues. You got the AYF, you got you got the AYF, that's probably like the one of the biggest leagues. Then you got the UIF, like that's like I don't know if it's as big as the AYF. And then you got like it's like different leagues, you know, and like a lot of people do spring ball, you know, and then they got the Big Ten. That's what the teams from Bolingbrook and like back that way.
Okay.
You know, but like they got like a spring league, one spring over with, you take like a month or 2 off, and then fall league start, and then that's what like RJ was saying, like you can, like in our league, the AYF, you compete for the conference. That's the teams that's in your conference, and then it's a championship. It's a big championship game, and then you go for the state. So you got we was in Greater Illinois, like the suburb teams, and then you had the suburb teams go against the Chicago team, the top Chicago team for the state championship. You win that, then you go play for regionals. This last year, when we went to regionals, it was in Ohio. So you had the best team that was in Ohio was Ginn Elite, Ted Ginn's team. Then you had a St. Louis, a Missouri team. Matthew Dickey had his team out there for St. Louis, and then it was one more team. I don't remember the team, but it was like it'd be like the best teams out of each state. So you had Illinois, you had Missouri, you had Ohio, and it was either Michigan or Indiana. It was one of those teams that had a team out there, and you played like it's like one game elimination, you win or go home. And it was like the first game we played, like that was like a real big game down in regionals for us, like because we was down 12-0, and like got to the second half, we was down 12-0, and like a lot of people see like the big pass that he threw, like we had like we scored 1 touchdown like in the second half, and then we had like he had threw like a 50-yard pass, and then like the receiver like that was over there, like he caught the pass, and like it was like 2 minutes left, the clock was ticking, it got down to like the end of the game, it got down to like 4th and goal on like the 3-yard, and with like 20-some seconds left with no timeouts, and like we ended up throwing, what was it, like a What it
The
was?
last play we scored, it was a swing to the outside. We used our running back to get outside, and he just used his speed to get to the byline.
That's what's up. Yeah, for sure.
And then game winner, like he kept the ball and scored on the like a fake, like he
The extra
scored.
point is what got us up.
Yeah, so that's what put us up 12-13 with like 20 seconds left, and we won regionals. And then the best out of that region, they got different regions in the league. So, you got the West Coast, probably got Arizona. They got like teams in Cali. Like then you got the South. You got like the South got like two brackets because there's so many teams down there. You got Texas, you got Florida. It's like it's crazy. And then you got the East Coast, like the Atlantic. They got teams out of that, and it's like the best team out of each bracket. Like they come down. Then you got the top 8 teams. And it's a Division 1 and a Division 2. Like Division 1 usually be like the teams with like a lot of kids that reclass. But the biggest like tournament out there like is the battle tournament.
Wait, so athletes you
Yes.
mean reclass? So that young they're reclassing?
Yes, like they like have late birthdays. Some kids have a late birthday like August, September, October, and then they sit out, and then they like they sit like kids they sit out, and then they'll start ninth grade with him. Like so a lot of kids in the South do it. Like they don't really we don't really know about it like up here too much, but it's starting to get a little popular up here.
That's crazy.
And like they basically like it's like red shirt and you going to high school, so you'll really be you supposed to be a sophomore, but you'll be a freshman. So
that's crazy. Yeah, you putting me on a lot to the youth because like I said, we focus more on like the high school, college. But yeah, I don't know too much about the youth circuit.
Ain't knows that intricate as far as like tournaments and travel and all of that. Because I played with Dalton and it was. I know we used to play like after the season. It would be like we would travel to either Florida, St. Louis, or Las Vegas to play like after the end of the season like tournament or whatever. But it's like y'all got like spring ball and a whole bunch of other extra stuff that really allow y'all to compete.
Yeah, for youth football is like really like popular, and like it's good for the like the high schools. Some youth teams have like they feeders to like some of the high schools.
We was just talking about that.
And like this last year was a great ride, because like he ended up winning 4 championship rings, and like we wanted to get that last one out in Florida. It was tough. Like we had a lot of kids hurt. It was a couple kids that was hurt, and it was like our kids wasn't like climatized to the weather down there, because we coming from like it being cold up here, then it was hot down there. Our big guys like was kind of drained out of it, and it was like we had a chance to win that first game because the first team we played, they beat us, and they won the championship.
So y'all playing like back to back? Like how does that work? So
yeah.
y'all play more than a game?
It'd be like one a day though, right?
So for when nationals come, like so for regionals, it's back to back days. Like
days though, like one a day though, right?
Yeah, one a day.
Yeah.
So
that's great. I didn't play you, so that's why I don't. But y'all, so the kids play back to back football games. Like that's
that was the best time of the year for me. Like when we so it obviously it's like one game per week during the regular season, but then when we used to travel to Florida or St. Louis or Vegas. We love that, bro. Like it'll be game one day, we hit the pool after the game, or whatever, chill. Game the next day, early in the morning. Like, man, it was fun, bro. We was looking forward to it.
I didn't know it worked like that. I thought it was normal, like you play one game a week, like the same. So even in the regular season, y'all do
no, not the regular season.
Okay, so the regular season is a game
once a week. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Dang, that's crazy.
So what was that like for you? It seems like you had a lot of success playing in youth. Like, how does it feel going up against a lot of the good competition, it sounds like, in the area, in the state, and even outside of the state, it seems, too, as well?
Well, playing everybody, we all, like, got the same goals. So it's like everybody, like, trying to get stronger and stuff. Like, but I started, like, working out and stuff, so I was ahead of the game and stuff.
Yeah, and I would imagine like a lot of A lot of youth athletes probably aren't working as hard. You know what I mean? They probably playing the game, just going like through the motions, and they're not really thinking about getting better for the future. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't see, because like I'm saying, it's high school athletes that I know who aren't committed to the process of getting better and in the weight room and doing, like, you have to be invested in this if you want to be successful. I don't care what level you at. And you starting at what it seems to be 8 years old, there is no coincidence for the trajectory you're on. Like there's no coincidence that you're doing what you're doing because you're on a you're developing. Your process is development. It's not like, all right, we out here having fun, we just playing games, it don't matter. Like everything matters to you. Like it's intentional about what you're doing. So I mean, in 4 years, could you imagine? In 8 years, could you imagine like what you're gonna be? But if you keep this same discipline and the same process. So I mean, I commend you, because a lot of younger kids don't want to do that. You easily say your dad like, nah, I want to go outside, I want to do this, I want to do that with my friends. Like I don't want to work out today. Like nah, but you committing to the process and you gonna reap the benefits of that in the future. You'll see, and I'm sure you're seeing it now. Just like, I mean, you probably the most talked about that at least I've seen, and I follow a lot of people, the most talked about 8th grader in the state right now. I know a lot of coaches that, you know, talk about you and probably want you to come to their school. So yeah, like how does that feel, like having that presence, like you being that guy, like everybody's talking about you, you got the light is on you? Like do you feel pressure, or is it just like you don't really think about it?
It's a little bit pressure, because like we got to make the right decision, and everybody, like if you make the wrong decision, everybody gonna be like, oh, you should have went there, you should have came here. But being the best player, I know like wherever I go, I'll be good.
Yeah, exactly. Like at the end of the day, you said you got to make the right decision, but you got somebody guiding you in that decision as well. So that's also equally as important. What does, you know, like you play any other sports outside of football?
I run track.
You run track?
I play basketball, and that's about it.
So which one of those is your favorite sport? I think I know the answer, but
basketball.
Oh, basketball. Yeah. I was not.
You thought it was gonna be track?
I thought it was gonna be football.
Oh no, you said between track and basketball, right? That's what you asked?
Between track and basketball, I would rather play basketball.
But of all three, you like basketball more?
No, I like football.
That's what I was saying.
Like, I thought he was choosing between track and basketball. So what do you play in basketball?
For basketball, I'm like all around.
Oh, you play?
There's no specific position for me. Yeah.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'11".
5'11", so he's still got growing to go. So he probably
you might, yeah, bro.
Jeez, bro,
crazy, man.
So he 5'11". He maxed out at 245. What is he squatting already?
Yeah.
What's he maxed out at squatting?
Like the most we tried was 365.
365, bro.
The fact that you even try like failing at 365.
He got it on. He got
365.
Yeah, that's the most we
bro,
were.
I think the most I maxed out in high school for bench was like 205, bro.
Yeah.
Like 215. So you already way ahead of the game going into high school, and your max is 245. Like this is like, I don't even think this is heard of before. Like, to be honest, like at least I've never witnessed it before.
I'm sure it's a very small percentage of athletes this young across the country that are probably hitting those numbers, and that's just one part that you got to check. Not to say that you're gonna be content with it, because you should always be, you know, trying to push yourself, but from the strength aspect, now working on your skill development, like that's the important stuff. Like none of the other stuff is important. And I like, from your social media is more promoting, but it's not like you on there like, oh, I'm the guy, I'm this, like really like, you know, ego driven. It's more of like you just showing like this your resume, you know what I'm saying, showing what you could do, because I'm sure in the next 6 months you'll have colleges reaching out. I was sure unofficially, you know, because you'll only be a freshman, but I would imagine wherever you go, you're playing varsity. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to play freshman in the whole development. I would see you past that, but yeah, you get in the game, start making plays. Now you're on the radar for certain colleges. And like, speaking of that, do you have like any dream schools? Like where would love to play? I would love to go here and play at this university.
I don't really have any dream schools. I feel like wherever this takes me, I feel like I'm gonna make the right decision.
Okay, yeah, I like that. Yeah, definitely.
And I'm assuming going into high school, you plan to play every sport that you play right now, right?
Right.
So what's it like? Like, you know what I mean? Like it seems like you in the sport every season, because basketball is after football, then after basketball it's track, and then it seemed like spring ball for football. Are you in track and football at the same time? Well, sometimes if you do spring ball,
every sport's like different seasons, kind of. So like track doing like springish, then basketball is like after football.
So technically, like, okay, so I'm gonna give y'all like seventh grade year, like, we were doing basketball for the grammar school and football. So it's like right after basketball practice, then or the game, you going to football practice. So we're leaving, like trying to rush to get to football practice. So like after, like, okay, so track season, like, it was the same thing. Track season, like you got spring football coming up, so it's like track and football. So like for grammar school, you kind of doing like both two sports at once most of the time. You know, and like yeah, he was doing two sports at once. Okay. You know, like now it's 8th grade year. Like we not doing any spring football because we going into high school, and the high school we chose to go to, like he's playing varsity. You know, like so I don't want to put him in any risk by playing spring ball right before you get ready to go into high school.
Smart.
You know, because it's just not worth it. So I just seen kids that like played spring football when we were younger, and they didn't hurt themselves. You know what I'm saying? You got high school you going to in a couple months, and then you trying to, it's nothing to prove or win anymore, and you football after 8th grade fall. You know?
Yeah, and summer camp probably about to start soon for high school football, right?
It was gonna start.
Because did you graduate? Did you graduate already, or is it?
Graduated. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like you like. So you're about to start football, like with the high school in like a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so you it's time.
Yeah, it's time. Yeah.
For some reason, I wasn't computing that in my mind that you about to start high school like right now. But yeah, so we might
have to cover your season.
We definitely gonna be out. We gonna be out there. Yeah. So how you feel about that? Like, I mean, obviously you know where you're going. I'm sure you know some of the guys there, the coaches. Like, how do you feel about going into high school compared to I guess playing like youth ball? Like now it's not a lights up right now. Like
and playing on varsity.
Yeah. Like how you feeling?
I feel confident. I know I got some big shoes to fill in too.
Yeah.
And I got a lot of expectations.
Yeah.
But if I keep working, I feel like I'm going to get to where I'm trying to go.
Definitely. And I mean, just from speaking for me, like don't be pressured. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like this, at the end of the day, it's just a game, and you got a super great, a support system, which is most important. So, man, losing, failing, all of it is a part of this process, man. Just have fun, enjoy the moment, because the 4 years gonna snap. But I'm sure we gonna be sitting down in 4 years. We will recap this, and you will be a senior getting ready to sign somewhere and be like, bro, remember you was an 8th grader? Like, it's gonna go super fast. So don't get caught up in all of that. Just enjoy it, have fun, enjoy the high school years, all the dances you're gonna have, all the events, all the time with your friend. Like, enjoy everything. Like, yeah, you want to be a great athlete and you got goals, but don't let this time slip away and just get caught up in that. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot more to experience. But man, this gonna be the time you going into the time of your life for real. Like, I'm excited to see it.
I'm definitely excited to see it.
Invested for sure. Like, yeah, we gotta keep track on this one. But how does it? Oh, you go ahead.
Yeah, I got a question. So RJ, what is it like outside of the sport? Like, what are some of the things that you do when it's like not track, basketball, and football? Do you like what do you like to do for enjoyment?
Enjoyment, like as far as like getting better.
Just outside of the sport, just like anything that you like doing, whether it's playing a video game, maybe you like watching movies,
like
whatever.
Any
hobbies, whatever.
He said, no, it's just ball. Like, that's it.
But really, outside of school, like for enjoyment, sometimes I like to go outside and throw with my friends, like, one-on-ones, or like.
This is life, bro. This is life, bro. It's nothing else. This is it. Hey, but there ain't nothing wrong with that, because you gotta be committed to the vision. Like, and that's what I'm getting from you. Like, man, ain't nothing else but this, and that's okay, because you got time for the extra stuff. You know what I mean? Right. But this is a pivotal, crucial time, and you got a small window to make it happen. So, hey, I get it. I completely understand that. So I want to, Ron, I want to talk to you just so like I got a daughter, like she won. All right, so you being a father, like how do you handle the schedule? Because obviously, like, do you work too also with this?
So like it was kind of tough for me, like, because I was working 2 part-time gigs like during his whole time, but like I went to school and like I was in school, physical therapy school.
Okay.
So it was tough for me as well, because like this last year, like I had finished school, got my degree, and
congratulations, man.
Appreciate that. Like, you have to like take a state board, take them state boards, and like last year, like around, it was getting close to their conference time, like conference championship time, I went to state boards and I failed by 3 points. And it was like, I'm trying to study, I'm trying to work, I'm trying to make sure that he get his workouts, and trying to like be there like every step of the way with everything. And it was like kind of like stressful, but I mean, like me, I just feel like he got a good opportunity, a good chance to like make something out of this. So it's like I'm all in with him. Like everything, my life could go on pause a little bit, but everything is about this kid. Like I preach to him all the time. Like regardless like of what's going on, you my son. Like if you go pros or whatever you do, you gonna still be my kid. Like I'm proud of you, whatever you're doing. But like if you want to go pro, you're not gonna be able to have a childhood. Like it's always work. Like you work and like it's either you. I say if you want to like be a kid, you can be a kid, but like that's not gonna get you to where we trying to go. Like,
you speaking to Mike a little bit for me?
Oh yeah, you if you want to go pros, bro, you have to work. You have to work. There's no breaks really. Like all these guys like that's got big names out here, like they didn't really like have breaks. You know, like they working out, they doing drills. Like it's always work. Like with him, like he got the opportunity. If he want to be a kid, he could be a kid. But like I'm pretty sure he knows like I do have a good chance. Like with the work I've been putting in, like it's the sky is like we steady getting higher. You know, and like the kid just basically like he works his behind off and don't really like argue with me about it. Like he just do it. You know, and I'm like this your dream. You know?
Exactly. I'm curious to know. Like this may be a little too early for him, but do y'all watch film at all yet?
Film?
Yeah, like y'all
like
watch back film or anything?
Well, we actually have like the high school huddle, so like he checks out the film. You know, cause like that's one thing that I do with him. Like we do watch like YouTube and look at like the mechanics of some of the quarterbacks, the footwork. You know, cause like that's one thing that like I'm like you have to really like learn that and improve. That's the next step of your game. You know, it's like learning film. So we do look at like drills and everything and like the quarterbacks of like how they throwing and the footwork and to try to like like imitate it, like because you got to have a vision of everything too, and see it versus like always just doing it. You got to really look at it sometimes. So we do that, and then he do have the team's huddle. So he's on the team. He's listed on Max Preps for the school we going to, and he have the film, and like
so it's out there.
Yeah, he's out. He's
so, all right. Well, then we could say the name. Then like
y'all want to like is it like
no? It's perfectly fine. Everybody know where we going now.
Oh yeah, I didn't know. I didn't know either. Okay, so MP obviously.
Yeah, MP is
Morgan Park. Oh yeah.
Okay, so so
you gonna be you gonna be learning from a good quarterback too
Marcus
as well.
Stacks.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so we have Marcus Stacks, and we know Marcus. So yeah, you definitely got some dogs. Like
you in great hands.
Yeah, you in great hands. Yeah. The coaching staff is great there. Like that's like Morgan Park is one of the public schools that I love the most, just because everything they're doing it the right way. Even not having the most resources as some of the other schools, like they still are committed to that vision. They have a culture, they have a family, like them doing events and projects together, building out the locker room. Like you can really tell it's a family oriented program, and that's why athletes want to go there. Like it's not many CPS public schools that athletes want to go to. Like so that like is that's a great spot for you for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah, that culture that Chris James building over there is like. It's very enticing, like if you're a kid, like he got a great culture what he building over there. A lot of the CPS schools don't got the funding like the big schools and the deep suburb schools, the Catholic schools. But like if CPS get a hold of some of that funding, it's gonna be a power shift because a lot of those schools in the city gonna start winning some of those state championships. Versus like
hopefully the mayor can help out with that.
Yeah, those deep schools and those Catholic schools. Like me, honestly, I just feel like the Catholic schools should have like their own like state, because like they get to recruit all across the board, and like the regular public schools got to take local kids in the neighborhood, and it's like kind of unfair, but
I feel like they should take the limits, like I guess off of the public schools in a sense. Like I mean. Like I was saying in the podcast before, kids should be able to go where they want to go. Like I don't think it should be restrictions, but I understand the restrictions because like a capacity issues, you don't have enough teachers, so we can't just have a bunch of kids flood to this school and we can't. It's not enough space for them. So I get that, but we talking about the specific guys. We talking about the specific people. Whether you're gifted academically, gifted athletically, like look, I want to go here because this. It should be cool. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, oh, you just want to go here for fun. Like, so, I mean, I know it's a lot deeper than that as far as like the structure of it, but I just don't agree with not being able to go where you want to go regardless of where you live. If I want to drive 50 minutes for my child to go somewhere, why is that a problem? You know what I mean? So it's not like everybody will be trying to do it, but that's another story. But yeah.
I agree with that 100%. Like, it's your choice. Like, the school that he's going to is like his choice. It's not my choice. It's not like that was his choice. Like he had a list in the schools. Like I had to sit down because it was like a couple other schools that we were looking at. And like it was tough, and it was finally like time to make a decision. Like this is what we gonna roll with because like I like what he doing, and then I like the fact that like Archer's not gonna start quarterback, but like he's gonna learn under an experienced kid. Like we familiar with Marcus Daxton because he played for Calumet City Thunderbolts.
Yep,
you know, and like we know Marcus is a great kid, you know, and I'm like, if my kid gonna like play backup, he might as well like play backup under a top kid and learn. You know, kind of like the Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers thing.
Yeah, because he was even talking about it too. Because I think he played behind somebody at first too when he first came in. Or did he start right away?
Yeah, initially he did, but I think he's been starting since his sophomore year. So
freshman year, and he's going into his senior year, right?
Sophomore year he played 3.
So you'll be in a similar predicament, and you'll be able to be a sponge that whole year, seeing what he's seeing what he noticing, what was his work ethic like. You know what I'm saying? He'll be able to like almost take you under his wing to help you navigate through some of the things that he may experience. You know, when he was coming into the school like you were. So that's definitely a great situation to be going into, because learning from not only a guy who is phenomenal, but he's like one of the top guys in the state.
Yeah.
So it's like you coming into the perfect position, like you said. It's like the Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers to Jordan Love, like, and so on. Yep. So yeah, that's gonna be great, man.
Yeah, we definitely are gonna be at more, because I've been talking to Coach James about getting, because we want to do the podcast up there with some of the athletes. But as summer camp rolls around, we gonna go on like a tour where we go to all the different schools and do sit downs and get the athletes and coaches on. So Morgan Park is definitely at the top of the list there. So we'll be back as soon as camp starts. I'll reach out to Coach James about the schedule and the times, but we'll definitely be out there and just monitoring and watching the season and see how it plans out. Hopefully you get some playing time, even though you playing behind, you still get in the game and get some experience. And I think it's gonna be an exciting time for Morgan Park, because they always put out athletes, they always produce. You know what I mean? It's just getting over the hump. So if they get more athletes, I'm sure there'll be more 8th graders coming in, that they build the team around you, and y'all have a successful 2 or 3 years where y'all take over the program. So I'm excited to see what happens. Like,
I'm definitely excited to see what happens, like, because like I said, like we were just talking about on the last episode that we just did shortly before this one, the journey, you know what I mean? The journey of it all. Everybody's journey looks different. And just seeing like he's really at the beginning, like the real beginning of his journey. And then you can we're going to be able to see it progress to, from, like you said, sitting behind the quarterback to, maybe taking the reins and really seeing it pan out from there. Maybe we even going to see his size get bigger. You see his height grow. He's only 5'11" that he mentioned. Yep. How much do you weigh?
170.
5'11", 170. We gonna see it all. We're gonna see the evolution of essentially a kid into a teenager into a man. So it's like I can't wait to see your journey, man.
Yeah,
for sure.
Definitely. Like, this is like our first class, essentially, like with the athletes we've had on, and we'll see them grow. Like we just talked to, Dooley and Braden. They still have 3-4 years of eligibility, so we can look back on it. Cortez Jones is at North Central, the Division III in Naperville, and I coached him at CF South, and now he went to a national championship. He's starting as a freshman. He still has 3 more years. So even to see him go from him being a sophomore in high school, dominating, now he's college, like, so who knows 3 years from, that point what he'll be. So I enjoy the process of seeing the athletes grow and develop and just being that connection for them. And that's why I want our platform to grow, so that we have more access and we have a bigger platform to provide resources for them, whether it be coaches knowing about the page and we can reach out like, hey, we got this guy, that guy, or parents, like, you can reach out to us like, hey, he wants to go here. Do you have, all right, well, let me call him, and, just be that connection for everybody, nationally. You know what I'm saying? So we want to keep on highlighting the players in our area, the parents in our area, because Brayton was saying like how he's in college and a lot of guys from Texas and, Florida, they don't respect Illinois football. Like when they say, oh, I'm from Illinois, they like, oh, whatever. Like, but we want to show the country that it's some ballers in Illinois. It's everything that's everywhere else is here too. And we want to put that on a large platform. So, as you guys continue to grow, we continue to grow, and we can really, blow this up and show the country like, man, Illinois is one of those states, man, like, for real.
Because they do say that like we just slow and big up here, and down south is where all the speed and everything is.
Yeah. We got to change that around for sure.
Yeah, I think we can. I think we can.
One thing I want to ask, if y'all don't mind me asking, what was it like? What do you like in the classroom? If you don't mind me discussing it, what is that like?
My grades are good.
Grades are good.
It's average. I ain't got the best grades. I got A's and B's though.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty.
Had any D's or F's.
Yeah, that's pretty above average. Yeah, because I mean, like you said, like the last kid that was on here, he mentioned that he was kind of like you know, he kind of fell behind in school, and he think that panned out into, you know, not only with his recruitment, but it ended up landing him at a junior college. But learning from that, he took the junior college as an opportunity to turn that around, and now he's like a 3.0 student. But you going into high school, man, I just want to encourage you, like, it translate together, bro. Like the classroom work translate onto the field. Like it really does, because if you a student in the classroom, you're gonna automatically be a student in the game.
That's my number one priority.
And that's why I asked, like, do y'all watch film yet? Because that's the student aspect of the game. You know what I'm saying? You learning things from previous games or previous film that's there from you, seeing what different reads are, especially at the quarterback position.
Yeah,
that's a real, and it's getting a little complex with in high school too, with like a lot of throwing and just reading differences. Reading defenses and coverages.
And for me personally, that's most important. And I feel like when I start coaching again in high school, that's gonna be our focus, because I see a lot of the off-season stuff that a lot of schools do, and it's more performance-based, athleticism, strength training. But the kids don't know football. They don't know football. Like if I put them in a classroom and I say break down cover 3 responsibilities, cover 2, cover 4, defensive fronts, alignments. If I start talking about all this stuff, they don't know. They're just out there playing. So I think more schools will be even better if they just stepped away from athletics, because the kids are athletic. All right, that's what it is. We don't need to have them running any faster, jumping any higher, getting any stronger in a sense. But if they got better at football and the knowledge of the game, that will make the performance go up, because now we all understand and we're playing at a high level. And now the lifting weights, that's the easy part. But for me to get a quarterback to understand where the holes are at in defenses and where to read and the keys and all the other stuff, linebackers identifying positions, that's going to make you a great quarterback. Not how much you bench squat, how fast is your 40. That stuff doesn't matter, because when you get to college, everybody's fast, everybody's strong, everybody athletically is gifted. The separation is the IQ and understanding the game, and are you able to make plays and understand my playbook? That's the stuff that matters. So I just think that's where a lot of high schools go wrong, where it's like they come here and they train and we're talking about stuff on field and they don't know fundamental concepts of football. It's like, how are you playing and you don't know this, basic concept? So yeah, I think being in the classroom as a young football player, most important thing. We get you all of the physical stuff later.
Yeah, like they got books and stuff out there like that. Last year we bought a book. It was called the QB1 book, and one of the kids who we played 7-on-7 with his dad, that put me on it, and it got like a whole it got everything about breaking down the defenses, and then in the back of the book, like you start writing it yourself, and then like he kind of learned that, kind of helped him this year. Like we played with the Eagles, and even when he played 7-on-7 with Greg Holcomb, like they show you how to like break down the defenses. Look like for me sitting on the sideline watching, he probably could tell you better, but like, yeah, like them defenses, like everything. And then he come from a background of football players. Like he got like 2 older brothers that played football at Thornton, and then he had a popular cousin out here, like a second cousin, like that went to Maryville. Lavaris Logan, like is that his name? Yeah. So on his mom's side, he was like a top running back out in Indiana at Maryville. So he got a background like with football people, like. So it's like, hey, sky's the limit.
Yeah, definitely.
Sky really is the limit.
Yeah, and like I'm gonna keep emphasizing this, because I appreciate you as a parent, as a father, because has sad to say a lot of younger guys don't have that, and to have somebody pour into you, this is what I always say: give your father a return on his investment. He's investing time. He's investing money. Even though it's his job, it's a lot of people that don't have that. So at the very least, I'm not saying monetary, like, well, you got to pay him $1 million, but go be the best that you can be, because he gave his all for you to be the best that you can be. So at the very least, you owe him that. It don't matter if you make it to the league, if you, whatever profession, if you go out there and be the best man you could possibly be, that's repaying your father back, because a lot of athletes don't have that. And it goes bad for them because they don't have anybody directing, guiding, telling them to do certain things. So, most guys that have both parents and have a father, they typically are more successful. So that's a blessing. And it shouldn't be that way, but it is. So I definitely appreciate what you're doing. And that's why I ask you, like, man, you going here, you going there, you traveling back to back, you working. Like, I'm early in the game as a parent. I know how stressful it could be, working, coming home, doing different things. So it's like you doing a lot of stuff. So it's like, man, I commend that. And it's showing. It's showing all the work that you putting in. It's showing, through your son. So I'm always championing that for sure. Always.
Yeah, definitely. Hey, as a man, as a dad, bro, you gotta like put everything into your seed, you know, and like hopefully the seed blossom and like turn to a bright flower. You know? Like,
Definitely. Yep. Yeah, but did you have anything else?
No, I just want to thank y'all for allowing us, thanking you for allowing us to even have a conversation with your son and coming on the platform. Definitely excited to see his journey as it's very, very early in his journey, and we'll see everything that sprouts from there. You know what I mean? So
we working on some stuff. We'll be covering a lot of the games this year. So like we want to definitely gonna be investing in doing that and keeping up with Morgan Park, keeping up with you, a couple other athletes and programs around the area we want to keep up with. So I'm excited for the football season. Like I can't wait for it to get going because we got a lot of stuff that we working on that I think is gonna be pretty cool. So definitely. I'll just hey, I hate to say good luck, but ball this year, man. Take it all in. You know what I'm saying? Classroom stuff, just get it all done. Enjoy the process. It's gonna be times where it don't feel right. It might not go right. It might be intimidating, but just work through that. Your time gonna come, bro. But I'm super excited for you, man. I can't wait to see this, man, for sure. So like I said, we appreciate you guys coming out, and we want to sit back down maybe a year from now, 2 years. It don't have to be, but we definitely gonna follow up. I follow you, both of y'all, on Instagram. So let's stay in touch, and sure. Man, I can't wait to see what happens this year.
Appreciate it, man. Thanks for having us.
Definitely. All right, well, that's another episode of the Off Season Podcast, man. We rolling, man. We rolling. Episode 20, man. A lot more to go for sure.
Exactly.
So, all right. Appreciate y'all.
All right, thank you.
All right.